My name is Jace. I'm 13 and this is my story. So I was living in California for 11 years of my life, and my mom said I applied for a job as a 4th grade teacher. She was an assistant principal at the time in California, so she was obviously going to take a little bit of a pay cut. But she said I applied for a job as a 4th grade teacher in Hardison in Portland, Tennessee, wherever that is, and I got the job. And the principal wants me to meet her next month. So if this is a yes thing and we really want to do this, then I got to fly over to Tennessee and write some and sign some papers. So it was crazy that we were living our normal life in California all the way across the country, and then we get a call and all of a sudden I'm here. So it was just kind of a roller coaster. Like one day I'm thinking this is gonna be awesome, and the next day I'm thinking maybe I really don't want to do this. So registration night, we went there and there was somebody there, she had a cheerleader's outfit on. And so I'm thinking, wow, that's cool. We got a football team? Cool. And then my mom goes over to her and she says, hey, what's your name? And she said, my name's Jace. And my mom said, can you take my son? I'm gonna go sign these papers real quick. Can you, cause they had like a club thing, like tables, this club in the cafeteria, they were taking it down and stuff. And she said, yeah. And she says, do you go to church? And I said, yeah, who doesn't go to church? And she said, you should come to color class. It's this Wednesday. You should come to color class. And I said, what's color class? She said, it's fun, you'll like it. And they're like, yeah, you should go. And so I go home, look for a white shirt, and I'm like, Mom, you remember Jace that you told me to follow around? She's gonna go show me stuff for registration? Yeah. She invited me to color class at some church. I don't even remember the name of the church. I don't know where it is, but she invited me. She was like, okay, well, if I don't know the name or where it is, I can't take you. And so we're driving down the road with my aunt and uncle, the people that we were living in their cabin, driving down the road, going to Brewster's, and I see a whole bunch of kids at this church wearing white shirts. And I said, Mom, they're all wearing white shirts. That's that church. She said, what church? I said, the one that Jace invited me to. And so I get here and I'm like, do you know where Jace is? And the guy up front that welcomes me out of the car, he's like, who's Jace? And I walk in and I said, find the shortest person in this place. Her? Yeah, cool. Go in the front row. And I remember it was almost all the way through the worship, and she puts her arm around me. And I'm like, what's going on? The room goes dark. Oh, we're praying. Oh, okay. And still, like day one, met her at registration, first day of school, I followed her around. Where's this class? Where's this class? I'm eating lunch with you? Cool. And it was so crazy to me that when that whole room went dark, you were up there praying, and that's when it like hit me. I was like, I'm really here. I mean, I knew I was here. I knew I was in Tennessee, but like, I'm really doing this. I got a friend group that's all got their arm around me that I just met today, that I just followed around with at school. I just had my first lunch with them. I'm going to Portland West. I'm living in a cabin. There's actually green leaves on the tree. There's a creek running in the backyard. Like, I'm here, I'm doing this. And then I like put my head down, room goes dark again, we're praying again, and there's tears running down my eyes. And I hear, he's crying. And all of a sudden I've got 10 girls standing around me with their hands on my shoulders, cause I'm crying. And as I'm crying, I'm thinking, this is the church. This is where I'm gonna go. I gotta tell my parents, this is the church. And I really saw him move in my life, and I really started leaning in when it started becoming a priority. I really started leaning in and understanding the messages more, putting it more to my life and my situation at school. Now I got a Bible, I'm underlining stuff, highlighting stuff in my Bible, I'm taking my notes, and I'm thinking, I'm doing what I'm doing right now. What can I do more? And that's when I grabbed one of those next step cards and wrote down, I wanna be baptized. This is my next step. And I wrote down, I wanna be baptized. Pastor Tyler Gilman. So there's definitely more that I can do as of being more like him, but being in church, taking my notes, paying attention, singing the songs, inviting people to church, doing what I can do at FCA, being really involved at FCA. The team that I'm with and the group that I have leading this FCA team, those kids are so devoted to Jesus that they're willing to run up and down these hallways at 8 o'clock in the morning and get everybody hyped up about Jesus. I'm hearing 6th graders coming up and down the 6th grade hallway, we had FCA this morning. Why'd you go to FCA? It was so fun, dude. Yeah, that's so awesome. You had fun? Let's go. And I helped build that. So cool. If you're not coming to church and you're not like the strongest believer in Christ, you're not doing all this stuff, if you feel like he's not in your life, he's not working in your life, he is. Even if you don't realize it yet, you're going to. He's doing it all for a reason.